Not every lesson is taught in a classroom. Some of the most powerful ones come from those who have lived long enough to see what many of us miss. Today, I want to share the story of Helen, a woman whose journey through moving into a nursing home taught her 7 hard truths. Truths she hopes others will hear before they take the same step. This isn't a story of blame, it's a story of reflection and a quiet call for all of us to think deeper before we make life's big decisions. Hard truth. 1. You don't just move into a nursing home, you move away from yourself. When Helen first made the decision, it seemed logical: safety, structure, support. But what she wasn't prepared for was the slow loss of the small, everyday freedoms that made her feel like herself. Choosing when to wake up, what to eat, when to sit quietly in the sun. Suddenly, those choices were no longer hers. Little by little, she didn't just move into a building, she moved further away from who she had always been. Hard truth 2. Community is promised, but loneliness still finds you. Before moving, Helen imagined a lively community, friends chatting over coffee, games, laughter. The reality was different. Yes, people were there, but loneliness wasn't chased away by proximity. It changed shape, quieter, heavier. Helen realized being surrounded by people isn't the same as being truly connected. Hard truth 3. Care is provided, love is not. The nurses were kind, the aides were professional, but love, the kind that knows your stories, your inside jokes, your old dreams, that's not something that can be offered on a schedule. Helen said it best: "They cared for my body, but my spirit often sat alone." Staff changed shifts, faces came and went, and the love that makes life rich, it stayed somewhere outside those walls. Hard truth. 4 labels replace names faster than you expect. It started slowly. At first, Helen was greeted by name. Soon, she became room 206. Fall risk, medication schedule. Systems are built to be efficient, but people aren't systems. In a place designed to manage needs, it's easy to forget you're more than the needs you have. Hard truth 5. The life you still have left is often overlooked. Helen believed that moving in was a natural next step, like closing a chapter. But once inside, she realized she still had dreams. Books she wanted to write, grandchildren she wanted to teach, sunsets she wanted to chase. In many homes, life is managed, not lived. And in managing the risks, sometimes we bury the possibilities. Hard truth 6. It's harder to leave than it was to enter. What felt like a simple move turned out to be a binding decision. Financial agreements, family expectations, healthcare protocols. Leaving wasn't as easy as packing a suitcase. It was a maze, one Helen hadn't seen when she first walked in with her overnight bag and a heart full of hope. Hard truth 7. Your story isn't over unless you let it be. Perhaps the deepest realization Helen came to was this: growing old doesn't mean growing invisible. There's still purpose, still beauty, still contributions to make. She told me, "I realized too late that I still had chapters left to write. I just needed to believe they mattered." Many facilities unintentionally press pause on life. But Helen's story reminds us, no matter our age, our story is still unfolding if we fight to live it. Helen's story isn't meant to spark fear, it's meant to spark thought. There are good nursing homes, there are caring staff. Sometimes it's the right move. But if you, or someone you love, is still able to choose carefully. Fight for independence. Fight for community. Fight for the vibrant life that still waits to be lived. Helen had the courage to share her regrets so that others could live with fewer of their own. If her story touched you, honor it by hitting that like button. And if you believe in the power of elder wisdom, subscribe for more real stories, real lessons, and real hope. If you have your own experiences to share, leave a comment below. Your voice could be the wisdom someone else is waiting for.